It's 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
First opened in 1980, the length being 4.9 kilometers, lap record being a 1:15.4 by Lewis Hamilton 2020. Welcome to Imola here in Cyanide, round 6, and today we have quite a few drivers already out on track, as right now we have the qualifying has started for about 5 minutes, and I probably am a bit little loud, there we go. 5 minutes have already passed on qualifying, and Andy Park right now topping the leaderboard with a 120.6. Obviously the 115 by Lewis Hamilton being in the F1 car, and here we are in the Super Formula cars. On board with Johan Karolskag, and he is third in the standings. So I apologize for the top board as well. That will be fixed for the next race. Right now, 13 degrees air, 17 degrees track, so the tires might be a bit difficult to warm up, But obviously that is not a concern for many of our drivers here. They're just looking to get a good lap time in today. So I believe the practice picture is a little too big as it is. There we go. Let me just... Alrighty. Go. So I believe that is for now practice. For the practice. So qualifying being right now 8 minutes in. There we go. Ooh, I apologize for that. Qualifying right now in so far. There we go. And I have to do this on the fly now, so I apologize for that so far. There we go. Here we go, qualifying. I apologize for that. Andy Park, 120.6 in the pit lane right now, while Tuki Gonzalez just half a second behind with a 1:21.0 so far. But yellow sector 1, and that is quite literally just right now a bigger gap we've seen so far in qualifying. With 8 minutes remaining, that is a huge jump. As I'm being told, my mic is also quiet now, so I believe I'm so sorry for the issues that are coming appearing so far. These issues were not here before. As Tuki Gonzalez just abandons the lap before he crosses the line. No one going purple so far. Andy Park right now still topping up the leaderboards, being leading up right now with a few special liveries here in Italy as well today. Andy Park having one of those as a Porsche, but I believe some teams also running similar to real life liveries. As some drivers, I believe, there we go here. Yisplan Stopper running a Ferrari themed livery here today. Looking with the yellow and red striped car. Sad to see that it's down in P16 so far, but right now not quite good, being not having done a lap yet. 2:32 lap time in that car so far. As wind being as well quite a big play here today in Imola, with all these cars being very aerodynamically unstable if wind hits them in the wrong way. They are quite dependent on air, so going into a corner and take a corner where the wind hits in the wrong way or weird way, you might see, just a mistake, as Yisplan Stopper shows us just what can happen if you go a little too far out of the complex 14 and 15 of Variante Alta. Right now, Andy Park still topping up our leaderboard, going for a hot lap as soon here in Imola with 5 minutes 57 seconds remaining. We have 2 races coming up afterwards. One with, I believe it is the top 10 placements being I believe it's called a reverse order from a top 10, and then from second race it will be qualifying order. So can't wait to see that, and the action then coming in hot as Andy Park here. Karolskak, yeah, Johan has gone faster, but not enough to beat Andy Park. Going sector 1 again, purple, and that is quite what you want to see. Let's look at the live timing here on my screen. It is looking so far that Johan here has done a 22.8. That is about 2 times faster than Andy Park did last lap, but the last lap of Andy Park was not quite, I'm sorry for that, not quite what he managed. But here, 2 times slower, that's Johan Kurtz passing that sector 2 line. Then after Variante Alta, these 2 corners here, quite important to get, obviously here, the final 2 corners of 17 and 18. Also having to get those correctly, as Rivazza, quite famously said by many commentators, does cross the line and improves by about 2 tenths and beats Andy Park by 700ths of a second. Incredible so far, but 4 minutes Andy Park goes purple again. Sector 1, and with that time he will be just down, but loses out, and issues with the server, issues with driver, interconnection, and 13 seconds down. That is it. That is an actual mistake from him, and that is his qualifying lap gone so far. That's not quite how you take Rivazza correctly, and goes off onto the gravel, and that might hurt his shot for the next lap as well. As he now is going to cross the line to start his next lap, hopefully having enough fuel in their car. There's been an incident as well up in Variante Alta. Believe the two drivers always here, Matt Gilmer and Ona Henstock, who got hit doing that. Let me move here the temperature parts over here, so I have a better picture of the drivers' position and names. There we go. So I can also increase the height of that. There we go. So that is quite better. Johan Korax shows us just how difficult Aqua Minerali can be, and that is quite surprising, as obviously 20 laps needed to pre-qualify into the race. You'd expect some more practice to be done in our drivers, for our drivers. But that is Johan Karolczak going off to the side to, I believe, letting another car past on the inside, and that is also, I believe, a way to warm up those tires. That is a smart way indeed. And as I'm plugging in my mouse, it's having issues. There we go. Yeah, Johan Karolczak topping the board so far. Andy Park could not improve and crossing the line now again. And it does look to me... it looks to me that it just is not quite good for Andy Park. Having topped the leaderboards in last week's 2 weeks ago race in Spa, Andy Park looks to be a driver that might be able to get the boards up here again, but so far having issues, while Johan here absolutely fast throughout the lap and got now 20.5, just beaten Andy Park by a little bit. But Andy Park looks to have issues. Chiqui Gonzalez improving in his lap so far, but it's just a little bit down on Andy Park and Johan by about a 10th. Maybe improving in Sector 3 here as well. I apologize if the cars are sliding out a little bit. I've been told I have a bit of internet connection stability issues here. I hope they will resolve as soon as or later. As Chiqui Gonzalez abandons his lap and goes back into the pit lane. Your Eastbrand Stopper right now 4th so far in the leaderboard. Goes out for his final lap with 1 minute 20 remaining. That is important seconds left, as Sarah as well would have gone for an improvement, but has abandoned her lap. Going down the grid, Corner Burkus, purple right now, Sector 1. It's not shown for me, but it hasn't updated so far. But going through Sector 2, losing out 4 temps. But with that time, he can jump up to maybe P3, looking to get Sector 3 correctly here. As towards the final 2 corners of Rivazza, he goes onto the gravel and loses the rear end and is off to the curb on the inside. And that is big issues for him. And that lap might not be what he wants. As Andy Park again off. I believe that is off Tosa turn 7. Is he beached or is he just not gone? He's not moving his wheels, so I believe has given up there. As Artis goes and improves to P14. No skin on that car. I believe those are issues from my side, but don't panic on that skin of Arno being P13 right now. Beautiful skin so far with the chrome looking livery with the red as well. Teammate David Cook just up ahead in P12, as now the checker flag is being waved. And many other drivers are being in a pit lane. Look at the timing board so far. No one is improving who is out on a lap. And that is... This might be as a qualifying order might be at the end here. As Rice Spider is one of the last drivers out on track. Michael Sidlecki abandons his one. And behind Ona Henstock goes green sector 1. Might have a chance to improve with that time. could jump up to P7. As Race Spider right now only being about 1.5 seconds off, could also greatly improve to his position towards the final corner and towards the line. Race Spider does not improve and stays down in P16, losing out most of the time in Sector 3. While Henstock has lost in Sector 2, slower than his best Sector 2 so far, goes to out of Variante Alta towards Rivazza. First to turn 16, right-hander here. Then towards the braking zone of turn 17. Rivazza doesn't go in the gravel, as we've seen many drivers do so far. Turn 18, hard on the accelerator, a bit of gravel on the outside. That might hurt the acceleration of the car. Towards the line he goes, across it, and does improve up into P14 and puts Arno down in P15. And that is our qualifying order. Johan Karolczak got pole position here in Imola, while Andy Park only second, having lost out by just 7 hundredths of a second, while Tuki Gonzalez here third and István Stopa fourth. Sarah Mulfeitova got fifth with just half a second down, and just Cornel Burke is up in P6. Roland Justin P7, Juan Gramash P8, Michael Sidlecki P9, Ege Kankai P10, Matt Gilmer P11, Peter Urban P12, David Cook P13. Also a streamer who is currently streaming his own POVs as well. Orna Henstock down in P14, Arno in P15, Artis in P16, Ray Spider in P17, Skid Cooper in P18, and Triti in P19. And that is our grid for the upcoming race, 50 seconds. And while that is happening, I will update this picture here as well, as I believe that is also just a little bit too big for the board, as race 1 will join quite soon in about 30 seconds. I was just having a look at our pole position sitter. Here's car, Johan Karolczak. Beautiful livery. Go more for a standardized race car with the Fanatec logos. Canal Plus, the French sponsor, as he I believe is French, so more looking for sponsor of HRC Honda powered. Many cars have gone for their own. Many teams have submitted their own liveries, but this is our pole position driver. Race 1. Everyone now lining up on the grid. As here we have, I believe the radar is on as well. I believe should turn that off. We don't want that being an issue for drivers. So let's go on back with our leader here. Johan Karolczak is gonna lead our drivers off into turn 1, and we're gonna see maybe Andy Park having a way to fight it as well. As István Stopa P4, and here we see just the Ferrari looking liveries just behind him. P7 is Roland Justin, running the opposite Ferrari livery with the red with yellow stripes. But 1 minute to race start, and then we'll see all the action unfold out on track for race 1. There's going to be a big one today, as drivers have said they've practiced quite a bit for today's race, but also with track limits, big issues as well. As turn 1, you can quite abuse those track limits going onto the curbs, but with those sausage curbs on the inside, very difficult to nail them correctly. And we might see in the race a few issues with those first couple of corners through Variante Tamburello, as those are 1, 2, 3 and 4. As 20 seconds to race start, we can hear already the engines roaring in the background. Everyone wanting to just pull towards the great race start they want, heating up their engine. Maybe getting the clutch powered in as well, as the lights are now on. One light is going to be turned on any second now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. As it's pedal to the metal, go, go, go. And Johan Karolczak did get a good start. As I apologize for that. I I have issues here. What has happened with my game? I have issues as we're missing out the race start. I apologize immensely for that. Issues from the commentating booth here. What has happened? I apologize for that. I might have pressed the wrong button there. I will hopefully not missing out too much action. That is quite embarrassing. I apologize for that. I really hope in the future people will not watch over this as issues as well while loading in. And we go now with Arnold, with our leading pack, waiting for the intervals here to load in. I believe our race, Gonzalez has taken the lead, and I apologize for missing that out. Big issues from us as Tuki Gonzalez is up in the lead with Johan Karolskak a second up in pace, but Andy Park has dropped down into 4th, while Cornel Berkes up in P3. Incredible race start from him. We have missed out on the race start. I believe there's been some issues as Artis and Triti have gone down in P18. Arno as well down in P17. Justin, issues out of Rivazza, turn 17, going into the gravel. Careful with the rejoin as there's just Sidleski just nearly going into the back, but Tuki Gonzalez leading our group here in race 1. I apologize for those issues. I'll try to make it up now as Karolskak here just following into turn 17 into the complex of Variante Villeneuve. Good corners from them. Colonel Burke just about 1.5 seconds behind. Both of our leading drivers have used push to pass once so far. As Juan Gramage is up in P4 with the mistake that has happened behind with Justin. As David Cook is off Variante Villeneuve, and that is issues for David Cook. Might not be happy in that case. That is Tamburello as well before Villeneuve. Big issues there. Was there an incident involved? We might know later on. But here, overtake. Battle for the lead between Johan Karolskak and Tuki Gonzalez. Green versus blue. French versus... Oh, I believe that flag. Not quite. No, it's like now we see towards turn 17. The leading car of Tuki Gonzalez right now. Ira Autosports versus Sentinel Racing. Now with the slipstream for Johan, who's going to use push to pass. Tuki Gonzalez used it once more and is now down to 8. While Johan Karolskak just staying behind, not using it, using the power of the slipstream towards the braking zone of Variante Tamburello. And not losing out too much time, even with the push to pass used by Tuki Gonzalez here. As I've been told, that is the Angolian flag. So, we have French versus Angolian. Battle for the lead. But Colonel Berkes, her Hungarian driver here, might join in as well. As those two battling are losing them just a little bit of time. Colonel Berkes has catch about 6/10 to the two drivers. Sarah is about 8 seconds behind. So, that is... those might be the battles for the podium over for her, but behind we have a few drivers fighting, going out of Tosa towards the the left-hander of Piratella towards down, and that is issues for Henstock. Drops down a position towards Acqua Minerale, then it's down into P7 as Isan Stopper now having a look for Gilmer side by side towards Variante Alta. Now he goes past before the corner starts. Great overtake. Gilmer doesn't manage to fight back. Henstock as well now too. Justin and Gramash as well in this slipstream battle. Everyone have used their push to passes so far. 8 for Henstock, 9 for Justin, 9 for Gramash, and Sidlecki as well trying to join in too. While Stopper is leading a pack here with only 9 push to passes left. 1 used for him while Gilmer used 2. And this is incredible as no one is letting go of each other towards turn 1, turn 2. Tamburelli on the inside. Henstock tries it, not quite. Backs out. Gramash, oh, it's a shot. Gus looking for the exit here towards Villeneuve. They go. Side by side, the noses in together. And now both going to the gravel, losing up position as Sidlecki and Justin go past. As those were issues out of turn 6. But they're still side by side. Sidlecki and Justin are going side by side. into now Piratella, and Justin loses out of position as Sidlecki gets it. As Sidlecki was at the bottom of this train, is now leading it up in P7. Incredible fighting. But what has happened up ahead? We have missed a mistake by Johan Karolczak. He's dropped down in third with a 3.5 second gap. As there's a mistake for Juan Gramash out of Aqua Minerale. That is him dropping down P16. We see Cooper as well now overtaking. And now Gramash down in 17th. Only two drivers behind are the Sentinel Racing of the Ringers Racing of David Cook and Arno. Looking to me, they're having mistakes in this race so far. Not having a good start. As right now we have still battles going on. Andy Park goes off onto the gravel. It does not collide with anyone on the rejoin, but that is a bad rejoin. There we go. Push it past activate as the top lights up. In the back, Ray Spider as well. It's thrilled. There's a battle. Henstock versus Urban. Towards turn 2 they go. Henstock keeps it ahead as Urban backs out of it, knowing that that's not quite an overtaking spot yet. Towards Villeneuve they go. 30 minutes left in the session. And hopefully with issues being resolved here in the commentary box, we will have a clean race till the end of the weekend as Cooper gets overtaken by Gramash. Juan Gramash wanting to build his race back up into P16, but let's go back with the battle here. In the lead, Henstock versus Urban hasn't calmed down yet. Those two are still following each other very closely. It's also up ahead. We see Sidlecki and Justin getting closer to each other as well, down to 7 seconds. As there's a mistake by Peter Urban off Aqua Minerale as he's trying to rejoin, but half the tires on the grass, not quite what he wants. And now towards Variante Alta is down in P17 as Skip Cooper and Juan Gramash has gotten him as well, but they're going Peter Urban wanting to catch back up. He knows he has the pace. He has 12 minutes to recover anything. Sarah, chances to get the podium here. 7 tenths to Karolczak. As Johan Karolczak looks to me, he's having issues. Still having mistakes. 8 seconds to Burkes. There's also a behind battle. Freeway battle towards Villeneuve. They go. Andy Park getting Artis and Henstock. Incredibly done up into P10. But these two are not over yet. Artis and Henstock still wanting to trade positions. There we go. Henstock on the inside gets the position. The Artis hands it over. Does not want any trouble going into Villeneuve. Behind we see Cooper and Urban as well fighting. Urban getting back his position that he's lost. Sarah up ahead. Only 4 tenths to Karolczak. Towards Variante Alta they go. Going on the edge of track limits. Only 4 being able to be taken before a penalty happens. Sarah in the slipstream on the outside. 4 Rivazza they go, and who's being late on the brakes? It looks to be Sarah Wash, but a bit too optimistic. It's gone onto the grass, and now Ethan Stopper as well wants to join in. And now push to pass being used by both of them side by side. Turn 1 now, still side by side, and that is now Ethan Stopper getting position, but Sarah Murfeitova does not give up yet. Side by side for Variante Damparello, but does give up the position so far. As behind, Henstock has done a mistake, has dropped down to P16 and does contact with 3T. Behind, David Cook goes into the back nearly as well. 3T onto the gravel, letting the two pass. Ray Spider and Peter Urban going side by side towards turn 1. Peter Urban is passed, but Ray Spider is not done yet. Side by side towards Tamburello they go. Who's going to be brave on the brakes? Looking to me, it's Ray Spider. Incredible move to get the position back. Peter Urban backs out of that one. As Sarah in front with the mistake. Eastern Stopper has gotten her down into P5, but not giving out yet. We know she has the pace, and there's a mistake from Eastern Stopper. Sarah goes back up into P4. And there's just so much action happening in the first half of the race. With Roland Justin as well now getting a good run to Gilmer towards turn 17. Rivazza they go. Gilmer still up ahead. Ege Kensai has a mistake out of Variante Alta and loses position to Juan Gramash and Artis. Artis leading up into... That is now Variante. I believe that was Curva Aqua Minerale that they had a mistake. But behind, Juan Gramash issues again as Ege Kensai gets a position side by side towards Turn 17, and is Ege Kansai gonna go for the outside? Not quite. Gives out the position, but looks to maybe get the run on the straight. Push to pass used by Juan Gramache, down to 7. And now towards turn 1, David Cook gets a position on Ray Spider, while also Triti gets position on Henstock, but not quite. Side by side now into turn 18. Henstock gets it out of Rivazza, is back up into P16. Skip Cooper as well wants to maybe have a look here. Making it 2 wide with Triti. Are they going to make a 3 wide towards Tamburello? Not quite. Skip Cooper knows the risk and gives out. As Triti goes back up onto the grass, goes Henstock and contact. Triti goes onto the gravel and try not to hit the wall. Very close, and Triti loses out to 2 positions. While Henstock is the winner out of that battle and is up into P16. Artis and Gramache is still fighting as well. Artis had done a mistake out of Tosa and is down in P11 now, out of the top 10. Into now Aqua Minerale they go. Artis gets a better line as Juan Gramache goes a bit hard onto the curbs there. Ege Kansai joins as well. Triti is now stopped on the gravel. Arno gets past as well. Back onto the battle here. Cooper and Henstock have also traded the positions. That is Ray Spider mistake out of Aqua Minerale going down to P17. But a battle here still with Artis, Ege Kansai and Juan Gramache also going. Well, Ege Kansai now looking to catch to Artis. Well, also back Ray Spider wanting to catch back up with the mistake that has happened to him. Towards the braking zone they go with turn 17, and Ray Spider stays behind so far. Ege Kansai, good run. As I believe they're now going through Variante Tamburello. And now towards Variante Villeneuve. Ege Kansai stays behind, 3 temps gap to Artis. Are we gonna see maybe a position switch here? Ege Kansai goes looking very aggressively to that corner. Not quite getting it. Having that bit on the rear wing, send it. Not quite having send it yet. As there's a mistake up ahead as well. Tuki Gonzalez losing out the 3-second gap that he had to get Coronel Burkes. It is a battle for the lead now. Both of you push a pass towards turn 2. Tamburello, they go side by side. Who's gonna be late on the brakes? It's Tuki Gonzalez. But Coronel Burkes was just a little too optimistic and it's off into the wall. Trying to rejoin as fast as possible. Johan is going to get the position. This time we're going to get past as well. Still off as Colonel Burkes. There we go. This going to stop. Eastman Stopper going to get it as well. He's on the left. Down to P5 is Colonel Burkes with that mistake. He was just a little bit too optimistic into turn 1 and 2. Big mistake. But behind Ray Spider and Henstock, both off Variante Alta, having to cut the corner. And that looked to me not quite what we wanted to see. Maybe there was contact involved as well. Justin and Burkes going side by side into turn 9. Piratella, and it's off again. Colonel Burkes with the damage he's got. Catches the car quite nicely. But with that front end damage that he has, he might be wondering if he should pit or not. As behind Seat Lecky is catching 2. As now with the mistake that Burkes has, it looks to me that he's struggling a little bit, losing a little bit more time. Seems like he's now down to half a second to P6, and that is just unfortunate to see that with a slight mistake like that can all go down the drain with that. But is Colonel Burkes gonna go into the pit lane? No, he's not. He is staying out and he's looking to go till the end of the race with that. Had a good last sector, catch back 3 times. So it looks to me Burkes is getting used to the damaged car and is now trying to maybe fight back, as Justin is 3 seconds ahead of him. As right now not many battles going on. I believe we have some lapping going on with Arno being lapped. Hopefully not giving too many issues here. We know how blue flags can be. Arno leaves him by nice and clean. Very well done. But Silecki mistake! And that is out of, I believe this is here, through Variante Villeneuve, and that is now Andy Park up into 8th with his bad race that has started, that we've missed. Sadly, I apologize for that, being up into 8th now as Tuki Gonzalez leads our pack, but Sarah Mulfeitova looking to get her P2 position from Johan Karolczak. Here towards turn 17, Johan just trying his best to keep the car of Lead Power Racing behind. Lead Power Racing, I apologize for that. Towards now the start finish straight they go. Push to pass used for Sarah. Push to pass used for Johan. And I believe Tuki also used this push to pass going through those couple of first straight there. All the top 3 are up, down to 3 push to passes. Many drivers down to 2 as well. But the battles have calmed down after that incredible first half of the race. Sarah Mulfeda being the closest one for a battle here, looking to get her P2 from Johan Karolczak. And with Imola being a very difficult track in the back, I believe it's nearly stopped. Eastman Stopper losing the rear. Incredible save. I was about to say, Imola being quite a difficult track without the elevation changes. Eastman Stopper going into the gravel. Absolutely taking all the limits of the track. Goes off. But Sarah catched through. Aqua Minerale, incredibly done from her. In the slipstream now from Johan Karolczak. Is he going to manage to defend from her? She is fast. She saw in Spa maybe nearly getting her a win there as well. She was going strongly there, but Johan Karolczak showing his pace as well, losing the rear nearly. Absolutely being on the edge of the car. 2 push to passes have both used this. In the back, but Colonel Burke's issue with internet, and he's gone. He has DNF from the race with 3 minutes remaining, and Colonel Burke's internet has let him down. And that is not what we want to see from racing, as that can be an equivalent of a retirement, I believe a car failure, as with his internet. That is not quite a perspective. Andy Park goes fastest lap, 120 points, I believe that was. Andy Park with a 120 points, 6. I'm sorry for that number. Not saying it. Sarah, mistake, spins round one time, manages to face the right way. Incredible. But that is a lot of time lost out of Piratella. And Sarah now having to have her eyes behind as Eastman Stopper now wants to get that podium position. That's the position that people dread to get if they're outside of the top 3. And Eastman Stopper has the chance to get that position. Towards turn 17 they go now. Eastman Stopper with the Ferrari. I believe that is a Ferrari looking livery here, with the Lead Power Racing up ahead. Using their push to pass. Eastman Stopper has one more, so for the end of the race he could have an advantage. But he also has a slipstream. Towards Tamburello they go. In the back we see his teammate Justin as well, just 8 seconds behind. Do we see a move yet? Not quite. Just a little bit too far off. But now towards turn 3 and 4 of Villeneuve, they approach it now. The braking zone being in between the corners, spinning on the grass and onto the gravel. Is he going to manage to catch the car? Hard on the brakes and has catch the car. Incredible work. Beautifully done by Eastman Stopper. But Justin now has the shot to get the P4 position of his teammate. Are they gonna fight in the final minute of the race? I believe next lap will be shown the white flag, and then it's gonna be all or never for our drivers here for race 1, as Rai Spider and Arno fighting here. Absolutely incredible. Arno being also on the side as a singer, so incredible he's racing here with us. That's super nice to see, as Ray Spider just could not catch Arno through those couple corners, but is still behind. Both have quite a few push to passes left. Johan uses his final push to pass. Sarah uses her final push to pass. Eastman Stopper still has one more to go. Justin uses his final push to pass. Arno, mistake through Rivazza, and is dropped down to P17. And Ray Spider says thank you very much and goes up into P16. While up ahead, the battle for P4 is cooling down, as just Roland Justin is just losing out a little bit to his teammate here. 11 seconds, Suki Gonzalez. Let's go with him on board with him so far. Let's see. Through Variante Piratella on the final lap now. Acqua Minerale for the final time for race 1. Taking those curbs nicely there. And now towards turn 14 and 15 of Variante Alta. Hard on the brakes, eating those curbs, mounting them. The car can take that. And now towards the final sector. Pirazza next corner to go. Rivazza, I apologize for that. Next corner here, turn 17. Goes a little bit wide, but no into the gravel, so catches that. As well, Italian car here, but towards the final corner, as Tiki Gonzalez wins, I believe, race 1 here now. Tiki Gonzalez is our winner, as Johan Carrozza goes to here for P2. Sarah P3, East front stopper. Turns his engine off! Just before the line. But was that before or after? As East front stopper has lost. He's lost it. He is down to P5. He's just turned his engine off a little too early. As he's not gotten P4. That is a shock and a surprise. Sidlecki getting 8th. Gramash P9th. Peter Urban crossing the final couple corners to secure himself the P10. Artis is not far from David Cook for P11. As David Cook is going for a P14. Finish on the line. David Cook's done it. David Cook's done it. He's done it. Up into P11. I believe that was it. I believe. And David Cook has just taken Artis on the line, but I've just been told Eastwind Stopper has given Justin the position for the championship team orders, as Roland is going to change the lead of the championship with that position change, as that was race 1 here in Imola, and it was, I have to say, quite the amazing race. I apologize for the issues at the start of the race that we've missed lap 1, and that it's just a bit of issues on my side. I apologize really for that. But Tuki Gonzalez takes P1 in race 1. Johan Carrozza has taken pole but couldn't translate that into the win. Sarah, surprise podium from her. Incredible work. Well, Roland Justin, after this weekend, will take the lead of the championship. And as we're now approaching race 2 of here, Imola, and now this is gonna be quite the work for them all, as with everything happening on our on the race 1. Now we're gonna have top 10 inverted places. So Tiki gonna be starting down in 10th, while Johan 9th. Sarah 8th, Roland 7th, Jespan 6th, Matt 5th, Andy Park 4th, Michael 3rd, Juan Gumash, who has left, should take 2nd, and Peter Urban will take the lead off for the race start. I believe I've messed up the numbers there if I'm not mistaken, but the gist is there. So Tiki Gonzalez starting down in P10, so we have to keep our eyes out for our driver here, as we know that he is quite fast, and he showed us this in race 1. Incredible. 16 seconds until the cars line up on the grid for race 2. And I hope I will not make the same mistake that I've done in race 1, as that was quite the embarrassing mistake to do. I've been doing this for quite a while now, and leaving the race at the start of the race, that's not quite what you want to see from this. But now here we go. There we go. We see now our leader, who was leading, is now down in P8, I believe. So only top 8 reverse grid. I apologize for that, not P10. As let's go now. Sidlecki, our leader, here in Imola for race 2. We might see some great action from him, but let's get back into our racing camera here. And just to be sure, I have to press this button and not that one. I've pressed the wrong button before. Now I will not. Hopefully. As 1 minute 20 till race start. We might see the drivers changing their fuel loads or even thinking about different tires for the final 1 minute before the race starts. And then all the action will unfold out on track. As 30 seconds left before the lights show us the go. As our leader Michael Sidlecki getting P8 last race 1. Tiki Gonzalez getting the lead. 20 seconds. You just feel the pressure building up on our leading drivers here. Andy Park might have the greatest shot here. Lights are going to be turned off now. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. As it's pedal to the metal, go, go, go for our drivers for race 2. There we go, this time correct button pressed. Sidlecki loses the lead immediately as Andy Park goes for the lead as Eastman Stopper. Incredible stuff from him as well. Goes into the lead around Tamburello. And in the back, 3 wide, 4 wide. Are we going to see issues? We saw race 1 as well. With the penalty lock, don't mind that. Justin drops down into P7. As Sidlecki contact. Michael Sidlecki is completely off as well as Karolczak. And oh, so many drivers gone off. As Eastman Stopper leads our pack. And he's side by side. Let's keep up with this pack so far. Towards towards turn 9, Peter Teller they go and looks to be Eastman Stopper has gotten the corner greater. But here as well, Tuki Gonzalez, Sarah and Matt Gilmer. Freeway battle for P3. Sarah right now got that great, but goes on the gravel and loses the both of them. As Matt Gilmer gets up into P4. Tuki Gonzalez for race 1 goes back into P3. As Johan Kragotska gets pushed onto the gravel. Contact, that is a spin. That's Peter Urban. Off calf of the reed showing. Oh, that was really, really close. Up ahead. Michael Sidlecki, P10. David Cook just up ahead. Karolczak as well. And now towards the next lap they go. David Cook could not follow Karolczak through there. Sidlecki as well issues. Justin losing the position too. Sarah move it over here. Through, and there's issues for Roland. What has happened there? He's just gone off into the right into the wall. And that looks to be big issues as Sarah goes up into P4. Getting Matt Gilmer. While Tiki Gonzalez is just running away here. Our Angolan race winner. Great race so far. And great weekend as well. He has his eyes set out for our drivers up ahead. Andy Park and Eastman Stopper. Andy Park, winner in Spa. Might looking to get a win here in race 2 in Imola. Issues from Michael Sidlecki. He has started up in pole position and has now dropped down into P18. Sad to see that with mistakes. Go, big crash for Treti. Goes into the inside wall. Calf of the reed showing. Race Spider, great reflexes avoiding the car. Andy Park still only 7 times to Eastman Stopper. But in the back, Artis catching 2. Ege Kansai and Arno. And this might be a freeway battle for P10. Side by side goes Ege Kansai with Arno. Not that much space left for Ege. But is still here on the asphalt. Not a mistake. Arno's great defense has kept him P10 so far. Are they going to use push to pass? Ege Kansai does use push to pass. And now... And Arno has used this as well. So, towards turn 2, they go side by side. Arno on the outside. Ege on the inside. Careful, boys. That is very close towards turn 3 and 4 exit of Tamburello. As Artis and Colonel Berkes as well now joining in into this battle. 4-way now. Arno is also positioned to Ege Kansai. Arno now this position to Colonel Berkes. And towards Tosa they go. And Artis might look to get the position 2. Andy Park, issue, mistake out of Aqua Minerale, drops down to 4th, as Tuki Gonzalez is our race leader in race 2. Incredible work by him. Saira Mulfeitova just behind. Isbrand Stopper up in P3. Andy Park P4. Roland Justin fighting with Corsa for P5. Ron Gramash P7. Gilmer P8. David Cook P9. Ege Kansai fighting with Burkes for P10. Side by side towards turn 17. Colonel Burkes just a bit too optimistic slide, but manages to catch it back up into the asphalt. Loses position to Artis as well. Are we gonna see push to pass being used by both of them now? Whose setup is gonna work greater towards turn 2? Tamburello. They go side by side, and Colonel is back up in front for P11. Contact nearly into turn 2. Tamburello. They go. Colonel Beckers is back up in P11, while Tuki Gonzalez leads, and Isven Stopper not far from Sarah for P3, as well as David Cook not far from Gilmer for P7. While there's still this battle going on for P10, Colonel Becker now has his eyes for Kansai up ahead for P10. Colonel Becker has one more pushy pass to use towards now. Piratella issue. Colonel Becker scores just a bit too optimistic on the gravel. Spins into the wall. Front and rear end damage. And is down in P14. Big mistake from him. And that is now him dropping down to P14. But while up ahead, we have the battle for the second place. Eastwind Stopper versus Sarah Mifetova. And Andy Park joining in too. Pushy pass being used by all of them here. Onto the start finish straight. And Imola giving us great racing so far towards turn 2. Tamburello, they go. Hard on the brakes. Oh, Sarah gets her position back, while Andy Park wanting to switch back. Eastbound Park didn't quite manage. While Sarah just up ahead. Managing to get the upper hand from the battle of the 2 behind. Has gained a second to them. But Andy Park does not give out yet. As Triti, mistake. I believe that is off. Turn. Looking at it here, I believe Triti is off the Villeneuve here. That is the outside of Villeneuve. That is it. Yeah, out of Villeneuve, and Triti cannot rejoin yet, as there's quite a few cars going through as TT teleports back and DNFs. As that is not nice to see as well. As that's a back mistake nearly from Juan Gramage, who went nearly onto the grass on the inside there. Triti has left, so there's DNF from him. Peter Urban, mistake. Aqua Minerale cuts the corner to join back up into P15. Dropping down, not quite what he wants. He has had a great race so far, but here now back for P5. Johan Carrozza versus Andy Park, side by versus Justin, I believe. Sorry, our championship leader, side by side for P5. Who's gonna be brave in the corners? Roland Justin, not quite. As Johan Carrozza gets a position, but that looked to me also to be a bit of track limits from Roland Justin. As Ray Spider issues 2. This is out of the final corner. Rivazza there. It's Roland Justin, mistake. Championship leader gone off of Variante Villeneuve, as Andy Park is looking to get his podium here side by side with Isman Stopper through Aqua Minerale. Not quite a position where you think a move will happen, but Andy Park kept the car nice and straight, and it's still in P4, while Isman Stopper has his eyes out for Sarah Mufetova for P2. Stopper versus Mufetova towards turn 17. Who are we going to see a move here? Isman Stopper makes himself visible on the inside, side by side. And contact, and Isman Stopper in contact with Andy Park as well. Andy Park drops out to P5, but there was a big crash. It's still contact happening. What is going on through the final corner? Big troubles happening for many of our drivers. And now Is Unstopper, lost out a lot. Johan Carrozza wanting to get to position 2. Towards Tamburello they go. Contact there. He's Johan Carrozza having to back out of it. Juan Gramash up into P4. Andy Park in P3 with a lot of front end damage as we saw with their contact. As Sarah says thank you very much with those mistakes happening. And has gained a second to them all. While in the back, Ege Kansai versus Artis for P10. This battle is also still quite hot. They are looking through, now through Tosa. Looking to get his P10. Ege Kansai. While behind, Arno is under pressure by Colonel Berkes. Towards Piratella they go. Arno gets that corner a bit better. But Colonel with the slipstream has a shot still. Only having used one push to pass so far, with half the race already being over, Colonel Berkes is probably planning to get a bit faster times but later, as Andy Park right under the rear end of Sarah Molfaitova, as Yisman Stopper gets overtaken by Johan Carrozza, but they're right onto each other. Andy Park as well. Let's keep up with this battle here. I will keep updated for the battle behind as well. Side by side towards Tamburello they go. Andy Park gives out, so let's hop on this battle here. Justin gets the position back onto Matt Gilmore. Wow, there's a mistake for Isman Stopper. I believe Isman Stopper was just a little too optimistic, or there was a contact involved, we might not know yet. As he drops down to P8, Andy Park. Mistake out of Villeneuve, drops down to P4. While Juan Gramash is up into P3. And that is incredible that our driver that has the pace just loses out on the podium so far with those slight mistakes that happened. Andy Park right now the closest car out on track, but David Cook not far as this Unstopper goes on the gravel. There we go. David Cook had a shot on the outside of Aqua Minerale. David Cook knows it's a bit dangerous and backs out of it. But this battle is not over yet. We know that David Cook does have the pace towards Ariante Alta. They go. Getting those curbs correctly as Juan Gramash gets overtaken by Andy Park. Andy Park is back up into the podium. Juan Gramash might to have a look back for a move. He has one more push to pass available. He uses his now, as does Andy Park. Towards the final straight they go. Incredible, incredible, incredible. I just can't keep... I have to say this. This is incredible racing we see tonight here in Cyanide Racing. But towards the main straight go Ege Kansai and Conor Berkes. Conor looking to get his P11 here. So on the outside he looks it. Ege defends the inside. Hard on the brakes. Who's going to be braver? Conor gets the position, but are the track limits involved? We might not know. As Conor is passed for P11. But Ege Kansai does not back out yet. Hopefully not making any mistakes. Towards Tosa they go. Looks to me that Colonel Berkes gets a better run. Now having his eyes too. Artis as this one stop and David Cook have an incident in Piratella. And both drop down on time. Artis, Colonel Berkes and Ege Kansai catch, but oh, that was sideways from Colonel Berkes. Now towards Variante Alta they go. 4 drivers going into here. David Cook leading this pack here. Colonel Berkes great one, making himself visible in both of the mirrors. Towards turn 17. Who's going to be brave on the brakes? Side by side. Colonel on the outside. Gets the position. Contact. And he's off. Onto the wall. David Cook had also a little bit of a mistake for there, but did not lose out much. Colonel Berkes just gives up. That was he left. As Ege Kansai side by side with Artis towards turn Variante Tamburello. Turn 2, 3 and 4 they go. Ege Kansai gets a position so far, but Artis does not give out yet. Towards Tamburello they go. To Variante Villeneuve they go side by side. And Ege Kansai, a bit of optimistic onto the gravel, but catches the car. But loses a position. Andy Park as well loses a position too. Juan Gramash. Up into P3 is Juan, while Andy down to P4. Johan Karotskak joining in as well. 6 minutes left in the session. That is not a lot. Not at all. As I believe the tire life might start to show themselves as well here. Andy Park on the inside of Juan Gramache. Very optimistic and got them up position. And Juan Gramache might not be happy at all with that. Johan Carrozza does say, keep on going, I am catching. Incredible fighting for the final podium position. Three-way battle. We know all these drivers deserve that position. It's just who has that position before the end of the race. Is Andy Park gonna run away with that? Juan Gramache doesn't let out yet. That's Sarah as well up ahead, having done a mistake. And this could turn into a four-way battle as Andy Park is under the gravel. As Juan Gramache up for the outside. Side by side through Tosa they go. His house is still there, but gives out at the exit. Johan Carrozza just keeping out of it so far. Side by side through Piratella. They go. But Andy Park keeps a position. Now Johan Carrozza wants to make it side by side through Aqua Minerale. Backs out of it now. And incredible. I can't keep up with this. This is so fast. These drivers are trading positions like there's no tomorrow. Andy Park still leading the pack. Juan Gramache does a mistake through Variante Alta. Now side by side with Johan Carrozza. Who's going to be up in position? Johan Carrozza gets position before turn 17. Andy Park leads this battle and is running away with it. While Johan Carrozza gets P3. While there's a battle here for P14. Orna Henstock versus Skip Cooper. Also Peter Urban and Arno. Arno's made a mistake through Piratella. And as well a mistake through Variante Aqua Minerale. And Arno's losing out a bit of time. But here Cooper and Henstock battle hard for P14 towards Variante Alta they go. Every position is what they want to get. Every position is valuable for all of our drivers. And it shows that even for this battle here for only P14, they show their absolute greatest. Their absolute beautiful driving. As up ahead, Andy Park's eyes are now on Sarah to get that P2. Half a second to the 2. And for the final 4 minutes I believe, this could be the final 3 laps as Tuki Gonzalez, very quiet race, being 4 seconds up on our pack here, about to cross the final couple corners to start the second to final lap, I believe it will be, as Andy Park absolutely pushing the absolute limits of his car to stay with Sarah Mufetova. And it looks to me that they are right there on pace as well. They are absolutely pushing themselves. Last lap, 1:21.22.5 for Sarah. 1:21.0. Fastest lap for Andy Park. Andy Park does not give up at all. As they now get closer, track temperature rise by 1 degree. So the tires could grip a little better. Let's see who gets used to those temperatures changing. It looks to me Andy Park got those down, but Johan Carrozza not quite, as Juan Gramache and Roland Judson, championship leader, trying to stay with them. As we have now two battles happening, Sarah and Andy versus Johan Carrozza, Juan Gramache and Roland Judson, all for position here. What will happen in this final 2.5 minutes? They are absolutely pushing each other towards Variante Alta. Juan Gramache catches a little bit of time too. Johan Carrozza. Is that enough towards turn 17? Not quite. I believe Johan has used one push to pass to just get a bit of a run through there. Tuki as well. Sarah uses her push to pass. Andy Park uses final one. So this is gonna be Andy Park slipstream with push to pass. Side by side onto the curb on the inside towards turn 2. Variante Tamborello. Who's gonna be late on the brakes? Sarah is later, but Andy Park has caught him with a rear left tire. But does not have an issue so far, but loses out a few temps. While behind, Juan Gramache, right on the rear gearbox. of Johan Karolska, but misuse. Contact is over with Roland Judson out of Variante Tamburello, and they are now side by side through Tosa, and that is incredible. As Roland Judson, championship leader, gets position 2 P5. Andy Park 7/10 to Sarah. Sarah mistake. Sarah has slid all across the road and is lost her podium down to P6. Oh, this is very heartache in the final minute of the race. Andy Park is up into second. Johan Karolska final podium position, and Roland Judson, championship leader, up in P4. As Tuki Gonzalez is gonna cross the line to start the final lap of the race. Let's hop on board with him to just get this track for the final time. Across the line now. Full on the accelerator. Turn 1, left-hander. Hard on the brakes. Turn 2. Now turn 3, Variante Tamburello. Turn 4. Up into gear 6, left-hander, Variante Villeneuve, onto the grass on the outside, and onto the gravel. Big mistake, but Tuki keeps it. Throughout Tosa now, turn 7. As he's shifting up the gears, up into gear 6 towards Piratella, shifting 2 gears down, 1 gear down. Now gear 6 through Variante Acqua Minerale, shifts down to 3rd, gets it nicely done. And the back-to-battles have calmed down. As now through Variante for the final time, riding those curbs. No mistake. Turn 16, right-hander. Hard on the brakes for Rivazza. And through the final corner, grazie Imola, ci hai dato una bella gara, as Tuki Gonzalez wins race 2 of Cyanide here in round 6. Tuki Gonzalez, absolute domination throughout the weekend. Andy Park 2nd, Johan Karolska 3rd, Roland Judson, championship leader 4th, Juan Gramash 5th, Sarah 6th, Matt Gilmer 7th, Jesper Stopper 8th, David Cook to cross the line for P9, Artis for P10, and Peter Urban for P11 as he's crossing the final corners. As that's a really loose rear end through the final corner. Arne 7 seconds behind, cannot do anything. As Arne as well crossing those final corners. Ege Kansai just behind for P13. Henstock crosses those corners for P14. And Ray Spider, with his sad mistakes, is down in P15. As Skip Cooper had crossed the line for P16. And our final driver to cross the line will be Ray Spider. And now through the line. Grazie mille Imola, ci hai dato una bel spettacolo qua. As I say thank you in Italian here for the Italian Grand Prix. Tuki Gonzalez, our race winner of Cyanide, Imola race 1 and race 2. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely spectacular, and I just have to say that was incredible racing from all of our drivers, keeping us on our toes so often. As sadly today there won't be any interviews from our side, as this will be it for today, for today's race weekend. I thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next round. I was your commentator, Captain Foxy, and it was, I believe, I have to say, the best race I've ever seen in quite a while. Goodbye.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.